Okay, I know where the stump is. That's good. I may need that later. Why do I need a stump? Why might I need a stump? Why might I need a stump? Well, I'll tell you. Because it's Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. The day that time forgot. As you can see, it's comfort shirts through and through. Comfort shirts. And my 30th anniversary Grateful Dead t-shirt. And this old timer here, which I think has got holes pretty much everywhere except where you can see, you know, other than up here around the collar. It's the thing about button-down shirts. They tend to fray right here. How can I avoid that? Is there anyone out there who can tell me how to avoid that? Perhaps what I should do is whenever I wash it, I should unbutton the collar and turn it inside out. I just came up with that myself. You know, I'm just riffing here. I come up with that. Welcome to Treehouse number 61. It's bound to be an adventure, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, people. This has been a rough and tumble week here for the inhabitants of the treehouse, and not just me either. You know, Diane's been having some extended busyness at her job, which is not usually the case at this point in September. So, and me, well, I've been having unusually severe pain encounters, you see. And so what I've taken to doing in the last 3 or 4 days is medicating myself. Now, we're talking about, now I take gabapentin for my MS pain anyway. Been upping the dose of gabapentin. I'm still well within allowable range. But the more of it I take, the dizzier I get, and the more kind of, I've been calling it squirrely headed. My head is kind of squirrely. Yeah, that's what it is. So there's that. And then I've been taking, you know, like extra strength Tylenol every 4 hours. And been doing that. Plus, I'm taking a 12-hour NSAID, a prescription pain reliever, anti-inflammatory that I take only twice a day. And, you know, between all of that and healthy doses of CBD tincture, topical CBD, our old friend and sometimes sponsor of the show. It's too much glare, Bill. Get rid of the glare. Blue Rub. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Our friend Val Sanford, who sometimes stops by the treehouse, has something to do with that. Rochelle Hamill. I saw Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. Welcome. Lori Trout's in the house. The big guy is here. Hello, big guy. How you doing? Oh, sure. He says hi to Diane. I'm just over here. You know, I'm just in the back singing. You know, over by the espresso machine. You know, with you know, that's where I hang out. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes tonight. It's just gonna be experimental as per usual, but casual.
Thin gray mist that curtain the sun is falling. Paper thin voice at the edge of sleep is calling. Holes in the path of this perfect world in front of us. On Alyce's birthday. Two blue gems in a lake of cream look up at me. Rain-wet street 4 floors below looks lonely. In the rush last night, the midwife whispered family on Alyce's birthday. Never so small and human as I feel today. Your selfless, painful gift I couldn't take away. Strange are the colors when your dreams come true in front of you. On Alyce's birthday. On Alyce's birthday.
There you go. There you go. From 1991 or thereabouts. I know that because that's when Alyce was born. Yes. Yes, indeeder. Cam and Pete. Here we are, people. Here we are. Busted up and bruised and, you know, but still swinging. Thanks, Mom. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, people. Timmy. Ooh. Yeah. Where's that Rick Lewis? Kelly Murphy's in the house. Hello, Kelly. Mark, Kenny, Joyce Glasgow's here. Hey, Joyce. And Rochelle. Tell the Manhowians they got their salute, as per usual. Rick ought to be here. Rick ought to be here. Maybe he'll show up soon. Maybe he just hasn't signed in yet. Down there in Portland, Oregon, Gary Schulstad. Yes. Joe and Kat are officially in the house tonight, all the way from Alabama. All the way from Alabama. Might just be Joe. I hope Kat's watching too. We're all sending our best wishes to Kat tonight. Seattle, Katie Molesky. Best wishes to you, Kat. Speedy recovery. All right. Lori Trout. Lori Trout is here. She gets to see the presentation of the official Country Music Hall of Fame mug before we throw our head back and see what happens. It's all an adventure, people. And as we all like to say, it's all casual.
Boy, that's smooth.
Yes, indeed. Janine Boggs, designated chaser. Thank you, Janine. Clear them pipes, Bill. Come on. Got work to do. Val Sanford, the aforementioned. The Blue Rub gal down there in Portland, Oregon. Ably assisted by my old friend Bill Davie. Yes, indeed. Hope you're out there sometime, Val. Cindy Snyder, who I saw check in earlier. This may come in very handy tonight, as per usual. Maybe more tonight than usual. I don't know. I keep saying that, right? I keep saying that. But you never. One of these times it's going to be true. Oh, there's Joe Webb. Cindy Clark's in the house. Hey, Cindy. Now we got the Lame Cat Ranch out there. We get Holly and Kim out there. Out there on Vashon, where you got to take one of these to get to there. That's right. Holly Tuttle, Kim Nelson. They are the Lame Cat Ranch, ladies and gentlemen. And our latest entry, not to be ignored. No, no. Oh, no. No sluggos. From Pauline Jones and Aaron Ochoa. It fits right into the group. There hasn't been any kind of backbiting, no kind of infighting, none of that at all here. It's really quite amazing if you think about it. Even if you don't think about it. Even if you leave it to someone like me to think about it. It's still true. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yes, here we go. Here we go. That doesn't sound right. That's pretty close, Bill. Thought I'd overshot it a bit. Okay, where was I going? So yeah, I may be a little more scatterbrained than usual. Can you imagine it? There's only about this much room left in the scatterbrain. There may be a wire loose somewhere or something like that. No, it's the hand, ladies and gentlemen. The hand's getting kind of, the hand is toying with me. That's what she's doing. You smell most divinely, hand. Whoa, I'm already dizzy. Already dizzy. Pauline Jones is in the house. Joseph Webb and Kat. Hope Kat's here too. I think she's here too. Kathy and Loris. That's Kathy Brewer and Loris O'Toole are in the house. Katrina Knight is in the house. Kelly Murphy's in the house. Welcome, Kelly. I hope Mary's with you. Lori Trout is in the house. Hope Jason's there too. Rochelle Hamill. Hope Roland's there too. Speaking of Roland, there's Roland and Dorothy Burge. They are in the house. Cool. Let's see. Lane Katz. Looks like we got Kim, but we got no Holly. That's okay. Holly must be working again. Yeah. Holly's been working evenings lately, and what are you going to do? Deb and Rich Hadeen are in the house. Cindy Snyder's in the house. Cindy Clark's in the house. Oh, with friends at Long Beach? What, you're forcing friends of yours to want? Wait. Let me just speak to the friends for just a moment. Hello, friends. Deb and Rich, they're really good people. It's just that, even good people can make a mistake now and then. Just, I know you'll cut them some slack. Perhaps there's a little wine flowing. You may want to, refill as we move forward. Okay. Where did I leave off? We got Holly Trout Cooper. We got the big guy, Alan Hicks is in the house. Theo is in the house from the Couth Buzzard. Theo, oh, wait a minute. Jeez, I keep forgetting to do that. Gotta, can't be had. Well, let me just put over here. Theo's in the house. I got to be wearing my official regalia. Haven't gotten that Couth Buzzard mug yet to add to the collection. There we go. Official Couth Buzzard fan member here. That's right. Welcome, Theo. So Theo's here. Joyce Glasgow is in the house. Did I leave anybody out? Oh, I probably did. I'm just like that. Scatterbrained. I think I saw Aaron Ochoa checking in. There's Janine Boggs. Janine. Yeah, were you here for the designated chaser? I hope so. Doesn't matter. Oh, Rochelle's saying zzz, Facebook. Uh-oh. Jail sucks? Right. Are you in trouble with Facebook, Rochelle? What did you do? Oh, boy. Sounds pretty close.
Clinging to the reason I asked you here, still peering through the periscope. I look around and see plastic opportunity. I pick it up and there's only hope. Blame it all on some backlit fantasy of spending too long staring out at the sun. Just think if I could sing and we could listen with the radio on. With the radio on, yeah. Coffee's cooking and the bulbs are all burning and last drops of some midnight fuel. Sometimes I'm choking on something that's broken and sometimes I'm polishing up a jewel. Up and down is my pattern of living and I know it ain't a whole lot of fun. Just think if I could sing and we could listen with the radio on. With the radio on, yeah. Patience hides inside a mound of emotions. We miss the things that we need the most. This may not seem like any courageous moment, but I'll change the diaper, you make the toast. Blame it all on some backlit fantasy of spending too long staring out at the sun. Just think if I could sing and we could listen with the radio on. With the radio on, yeah. With the radio, radio, radio on. Radio on. Radio on.
There you go. From the album Lifelike, I believe. Radio. Let's go. More of the... I keep thinking birds are swooping. No, it's the hand is swooping in again. The hand is re-swooping. Where did you get all this energy? Can I borrow some? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Auntie Dave is here. Pulaski! There's a much admired artist in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Hold it right side up, Bill. That guy, Mr. Dave Pulaski, is in the house. That's right. That's right. He's the man. Just recently completed, actually, I think it's on for till the end of the month. His show at Gallery Man in downtown Seattle, it's in Belltown, I believe, is running until the end of the month. His completely sold out show. It's his second show at Gallery Man. Yeah. Everything this guy paints, gone. That's, people can't get enough of what this guy is putting out there, which is, I don't know, the fruits of the Church of the Divine Puttering. Yes. It is like an elixir. It is balm to the soul. And we are proud to have any sort of even, tangential association with this guy. It's true. And one of the coolest parts of it is that I met this guy while we were both school bus drivers. Yeah, I just think that is a good story. That's a story worth repeating, darn it. And I will repeat it probably several more times before, before the curtain falls. That's right, friends. Before the curtain falls. So, yeah, I don't know if it's drugs. See, this is the thing. I'm not a fan of the pharmaceutical, and I'll tell you why. I'm not afraid to say it. The reason that I'm not a fan of the pharmaceutical is because, I'm a goofball. Yeah. But I like to know that the goofballiness is generated from within, not augmented from some sort of unpredictable outside source, which may have its own little side effects and stuff like that. Like my face could turn even more purple than it already is at a moment's notice. If that happens, you'll let me know, right? Okay. So anyway, I've been digging back through songs. I've been digging back through recordings too. So It's interesting. It's interesting what I've saved as the family pack rat. It's interesting what I've saved. So you may be hearing some of that, whether you like it or not. That early bird special thing coming in real handy. Like if I don't have something worked up on the uke, I can always dip back into the archives for something that nobody wants to hear. Yes, that's right, friends. That's the key. That's the key. That's what it's all about. You know, start the show. Leave them wanting less. And as they always say, yeah. Yeah, around here it's not break a leg, it's break an eardrum. Or something even more vital. I don't know. See, now don't I seem a little extra out there? Edgy? Something? I don't know. You guys are probably just talking amongst yourselves. It's okay. So I'm just going to continue and pretend everything's okay because who knows? Maybe it is, but I just can't tell. Yeah. Yeah. This one is called Johnny Seeks Treatment. I always feel like I should give that title because I really like that title. When I came up with that title, I thought, that's a really good title. I need to use it more, you know? It's a song about denial.
You need security. I think you mean that you can't decide. I think you mean that you might be stopping here. I think you wonder how much of it lies. And while you're standing by, I know between your tongue and your eyes, oh, you don't want to go. Can't cut the company. I think you mean you can't cut the cane. I think you mean you can't make the rendezvous. I think you mean you're erasing my name. And while you're standing by, I know between your tongue and your eyes, oh, you don't want to go. You don't want to go. No, babe, I didn't take your money to fly out of this padded daylight. I got enough here to last till Christmas. It's for the two of us, for the two of us. I thought you meant your options were unlimited. I thought you meant your mirror wouldn't shatter. Who would have thought you'd turn up spouting rhetoric? Who would have thought that it mattered? And while I'm standing by, you know, in the back of my mind, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. There you go. Johnny Seeks Treatment, that's called. Goodness gracious. Oh, goodness. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll set you free. There you go. There you go, Billy Bob. Billy Bob Jingo. Yes, that's right, friends. How we doing? Hi, Holly. Nels Melgard. Oh, my gosh. Welcome, sir. Great to have you here, sir. Great to have you here. Ah, Holly. Holly and Nels and Mark Kenny and Pileski. Joyce Glasgow. Diane Shilstad.
These are the fun people. All of these people here. All up and down the scroll. These are all fun people. I should say, had word from Bill Willem earlier this evening. He and Debbie are on the in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and they traveled all day today. I think Debbie was already asleep when he texted me, and he was already in his jams. From what I understand, he was in his jams and getting ready to call it, as they say, a complete cycle around the sun. Yes. So, Bill, you are officially off the hook. Nobody's going to hold it against you. Only 4 or 5 people have mentioned it so far that you're not here and wondering where the heck you are. But hey, you brought a note from home, as they say. You know, you got a doctor's note. Got a note from Rand McNally saying, hey, cut the guy some slack, will you? And I said, I'm fine with that. But Kelly Murphy's here to take your place. Kelly Murphy makes beautiful guitars, and he is working on a couple of most beautiful guitars, even as we speak. He might be out in his shop doing some rubbing, some polishing, doing some varnishing, but maybe not. He's in between stages right now. But he was showing me what he's working on. And this guy, he's not only a consummate Little Murph artist, drawing these little tiny pictures with all this little detail in them, but he's making these beautiful guitars with all this little detail in them. Guy's got some chops. Guy has got some chops, and he's a songwriter and a singer as well. I don't know. How do I get to know all these people? I don't know how that even works. I don't know how any of this works. Okay, Bill, you're weaving a little bit close to the edge there, buddy. Bring it back, my friend. Bring it back. Let's see. This will bring it back. This will remind me of what's been happening. Bill. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? See, I'm only like that because Holly's here. I think Holly's got pretty close to the perfect pitch. Don't tell anybody. That's the word on the street. It's just between you and me, though. I want to get it spread around. This is called Hymn to the Muse. Just a few lines of glory from a cloth pocket man. He's walking by the lakeside with a smooth rock in his hand. He's fallen far behind the ones who ride the public air. They would put to the place where they'll be dining and forget that he is there. Through doorways that are splintered, he rushes with his pen to the diamond mines of poetry. He falls with other men, and his morning's rainy echo strikes a pose for him to see. He drops down into mercy, folds his hands and takes a knee. Just a few lines of glory from a broken little hole. That string of ones and zeros we used to call the soul. He's ready to be called out for the things he couldn't say. There were deadfalls on the switchbacks that he couldn't clear away. Through thickets full of needles he rushes with his pen. Through the clear cuts of poetry he hikes with other men. And as daylight's redemption strikes a pose for him to see, he dips down into thankful, folds his hands and takes a knee.
Just a few lines of glory to be read out when he's gone, from the second-hand store table that he built his days upon, from the dome below his desk lamp where he last called out to her, to the trellis of his pages and what he thought they were, to the dark he'll never speak of. He rushes with his pen toward the sunrise of poetry. He rides with other men, and if no one ever finds him or what he tried to be, may they all stand here and wonder, fold their hands and take a knee.
Little ragged there on the guitar part. But hey. From Night Sky, that's Hymn to the Muse. Yes, heartfelt nonetheless. Oh, see, I almost did it again, people. Almost did it again. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, here we are. Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! Fire! Fire! Call the fire marshal. Yeah. Rick Lewis. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. And Nels is talking to everybody up. That Nels. He's a caution, that Nels. Yeah, he's the real thing. He's the real thing, that Nels. Nels Milgard. The nursery at Mount Si. Yes, sir. Welcome. Look at all these beautiful cups. Oh, it's hard to pick, but I know when I need Joe. So yeah, on drugs, doing my best. May not be able to sit down the whole time. Golly Bob, howdy, Vern. Whew. But I've been reading poetry. Haven't been reading a ton of poetry this week, but I read some poetry. I've been getting into Margaret Atwood, who I had never read until about 2 weeks ago. But man, oh man, where have I been? Huh? If Woolham was here, I'd say, hey, Woolham, how come you never told me? Never told me about Margaret Atwood. Goodness gracious. Well, this, I think, is her most recent book. Came out 2020, called Dearly. And one of the things that's covered in this text is the death of her longtime husband. And we're going to get to that, because what Margaret Atwood is able to do is write about these kinds of things like I've never heard anybody write about them before. Like I would have liked to have written about them, but I haven't gotten there yet. So, because what she picks to observe, her where she puts her particular attention, where she draws the images, I just find it very impactful and not sad. I mean, yeah, sad. Okay, sad. But she's not coming at it. The sadness comes from us. See, that's the thing. She's writing observations and stuff, and you can tell that she is in grief. But her observations are not. The sadness comes as a response, which I think is a really cool trick. And I've never seen anybody pull it off so well before. So these are the kinds of things I notice. Bill Woolham will tell you if you talk to him. When I was a literature student back at Whitworth College, back in the something or others, I always felt a little shy about joining into the class discussion, because all I ever wanted to know is, how did they do that? So how did they arrange the words so that, these few little words have this big, they're like these little explosions they're setting off in my heart and in my head and all the points in between. How do they do that? I don't get it. Anyway, so I'm going to read some of these, maybe a couple more than last week. just because there's some really good ones. And I'm just getting into this. I decided I'm going to read the first section and the last section first, because I knew I had heard in an interview with her that she had written about her husband's passing, and I figured it's probably going to be at the end of the book. Yeah. So I wanted to get to those, at least a few of them. So I hope you'll ride along with me. So, Dearly. It starts, the first poem in the book is called Late Poems. These are the late poems. Most poems are late, of course, too late, like a letter sent by a sailor that arrives after he's drowned. Too late to be of help, such letters, and late poems are similar. They arrive as if through water. Whatever it was has happened. The battle, the sunny day, the moonlit slipping into lust, the farewell kiss, the poem washes us ashore like flotsam. Or late as in late for supper, all the words cold or eaten, scoundrel, plight and vanquished, or linger, bide a while, forsaken, wept, forlorn, love and joy, even, thrice gnawed songs, rusted spells, worn choruses. It's late, it's very late, too late for dancing. Still, sing what you can. Turn up the light. Sing on, sing on. I just like that. That's a nice invocation, you know? Okay. Now we're getting into it. This is called Blizzard. My mother, sleeping, curled up like a spring fern, although she's almost a century. I speak into her topmost ear, the one thrust up like a wrinkled stone above the hills of the pillows. Hello? Hello? But she shows a clenched resistance to waking up. She's down too deep. A diver plunged into dangerous caverns. It's blank in there. She's dreaming, however. I can tell by the way she's frowning and her strong breathing. Maybe she's making her way down one more white river or walking across the ice. There are no more adventures for her in the upper air, in this room with her bed and the family pictures. Let's go out and fight the storm, she used to say. So maybe she's fighting it. Meanwhile, I watch a spider laying a trail across the ceiling, little dust messenger. The clock ticks and the day shrivels. Dusk sifts down on us. How long should I stay? I put my hand on her forehead, stroke her wispy hair. How tall she used to be. How we've all dwindled. It's time for her to go deeper, into the blizzard ahead of her, both dark and light, like snow. Why can't I let go of her? Why can't I let her go? This one, I love this title. This one's called The Tin Wood Woman Gets a Massage. The Tin Wood Woman Gets a Massage. On the flannel sheet, in the pose of a dead man's float, face down, the hands descend, ignore the skin, the xylophone of spine, evade the blobs and lobes, head for deep tissue, go for the little hinges that creak like tiny frogs, twang the catgut strings of the tight, bruised tendons. How rusted shut I am, how locked, how oxidized. Old baked beans can, tin woodwoman left in the rain. Movement equals pain. How corroded. Who was it used to complain he didn't have a brain? Some straw man cloth boy. Me, it's the heart. That's the part lacking. I used to want one. A dainty cushion of red silk dangling from a blood ribbon, fit for sticking pins in. But I've changed my mind. Hearts hurt. This is called If There Were No Emptiness. A little bit of physics. If there were no emptiness, there would be no life. Think about it. All those electrons, particles, and whatnot crammed in next to each other like junk in an attic, like trash in a compactor smashed together in a flat block, so there's nothing but plasma. No you, no me. Therefore, I praise vacancy. Vacant lots with their blowing plastics and teasels. Vacant houses, their furs of dust. Vacant stairs, blue as the sky through windows. Motels with the word vacancy flashing outside, a neon arrow pointing at the path to be taken to the board front desk, to the key-shaped key on the dangling brown leather key holder, the key that opens the vacant room with its scored linoleum floor, a blear-eyed yellow in its flowery couch and wilted cushions, its sway-backed bed smelling of bleach and mildew, its stuttering radio, its ashtray that was here 70 years ago. That room has been static for me so long. An emptiness, a void, a silence, contained an unheard story, ready for me to unlock. Let there be plot. Hey. Okay. Now we're skipping to the last section. This is called Sad Utensils. The pen reft of the hand, the knife ditto, the cello reft of the bow, the word reft of the speaker, and vice versa. The word reft. Who says that anymore? Yet it was honed like all words in the mouths of hundreds of thousands, rolled like a sound stone over and over, sharpened by the now dead until it reached this form. Reft. Reft. A cloth ripped asunder. Asunder. Minor sunset. Peach clouds faded to slate. Another loss. And what to do with these binoculars? 60 years old or more, reft of their war. Margaret, you're lighting me up. You are lighting me up. This one's called Hayfoot. My true love limps along the street, hayfoot, strawfoot, lamefoot, who once was an army marcher. He's up there now, ahead, in silhouette, against bright windows, against the leather coats, the sunglass hut, the ladies' jewelry. Hayfoot, straw, now gone, blended with shadow. Maybe not himself, not the same one, the strider in the autumn woods, leaves yellow, a whiff of snow on the frozen ground, bears around, a skim of ice on the ponds, then uphill, hayfoot, me gasping to keep up. What happened? What because? Why are you still walking? Said the doctor. You have no knee. Yet on he limps, unseen by me behind the corner, willing himself to get there, to some warm haven, kindly nook or drink or chair. The red light changes. Darkness clots. It's him, all right. Not even late. His cane foot, hay foot, straw, slow march. It's once upon a time. It's cane as tick, as talk. Yeah. This is the real stuff here, people. Real stuff. I got what have I got? 3 more? I think I got 3 more. This one's called Mr. Lionheart. I love this one. Mr. Lionheart is a way to... You remember that alarm that went off last week? I told you I would remember to turn it off. Shut up, you. Hey. Hush. Sorry. At least it was at the beginning of the poem and not halfway through it. Mr. Lionheart. Mr. Lionheart is away today. He comes and goes. He flickers on and off. You might have heard a roar, you might not. What is it he forgot this last time? I don't mean the keys, the hat. I mean his tawny days, the sun, the golden running. All of our furry dancing. It returns to him in flashes. But then what? Then regret because we're not. There's birdsong, however, from birds whose names have vanished. Birds don't need them, those lost names. We needed them, but that was then. Now, who cares? Lions don't know they are lions. They don't know how brave they are. Invisible Man. It was a problem in comic books drawing an invisible man. They'd solve it with a dotted line that no one but us could see. Us with our snub noses pressed to the paper, the invisible glass between us and the place where invisible men can exist. That's who is waiting for me. An invisible man, defined by a dotted line. The shape of an absence in your place at the table, sitting across from me, eating toast and eggs as usual, or walking ahead up the drive, a rustling of the fallen leaves, a slight thickening of the air. It's you in the future. We both know that. You'll be here but not here, a muscle memory, like hanging a hat on a hook that's not there any longer. Two more. This one is, it's what she chooses to mention. See, William Stafford said writing poetry is about deciding. It's about making choices. It is, and it really is. And Margaret Atwood's good at it. Yeah, I'm jealous. Can you tell this is my jealous face? I want to be as good as her. Within, this is called. Outside we see a shriveling, but from within, as felt by heart and breath and inner skin, how different, how vast, how calm, how part of everything, how starry dark. Last breath, divine, perhaps relief, the lovers caught and sealed inside a cavern, voices raised in one last hovering duet, until the small wax light goes out. Well, anyway, I held your hand, and maybe you held mine, as the stone or universe closed in around you, though not me. I'm still outside. One more. This is called Flatline. Things wear out. Also fingers. Gnarling sets in. Your hands crouch in their mittens, forget chopsticks and buttons. Feet have their own agendas. They scorn your taste in shoes and ignore your trails, your maps. Ears are superfluous. What are they for? Those alien pink flaps. Skull fungus. The body, once your accomplice, is now your trap. The sunrise makes you wince, too bright, too flamingo. After a lifetime of tangling, of knotted snares and lacework, of purple headspace tornadoes with their heart race and rubble, you crave the end of mazes and pray for a white shore, an ocean with its horizon, not so much bliss, but a flat line you steer for. No more hiss and slosh, no reefs, no deeps, no throat rattle of gravel. It sounds like this. Margaret Atwood. The book is called Dearly. Came out last year. Probably during the pandemic. Oh my gosh. And I am just scratching the surface of that stuff, man. Just getting into it. But, sorry, almost tripped over my guitar. I read through the whole thing once, and then I go back, and I try to be careful. Try to see, and I also read aloud. Yeah, that changes stuff, boy. That second time through with the reading aloud part, oh boy. Yeah, you start to feel it. You read aloud, you follow the punctuation more. You see how the line breaks and the punctuation work off of each other. That's fun. The thing about good poetry, it sounds good coming out of your mouth, and if you're the person reading it off the page, you're fascinated by the way the punctuation and the line breaks are laid out on the page. So there's another layer there that you can appreciate. Poetry is about compression, Yeah, it's about deciding on which few words and what they're going to mean, where they're going to take people. I don't know. I have no idea how it's done. This is key. This is, obvious. So yeah, I think I might be able to. Well, we'll find out. See, I should never pre-sell something here in the treehouse, because you never know when the whole complex is going to kind of go. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. You know what I mean?
Here comes Jason with his red rose tea. Here comes Ezra, he'll be looking for me. Down by the dumpster, down by the blowing debris. Gathered round the concrete tree. They're all looking for the temporary bed. Blankets from the stairwell, shoes from the dead. Rumor on the block say Ollie got a cave in his head. Wondered why his shirt was so red. Days are getting shorter, how can that be? Shots of Donald Trump keep you company. Really sorry for the finger she broke. Used to take the bus, but now she's taking jokes. Hustling for newsprint, trying to get herself a new coat. Friendless at this end of her road. Andy couldn't yell 'cause Andy couldn't talk. Andy found some pizza in a Domino's box. We found him on the chain link down by the ferry boat docks, hanging like a bag full of rocks. Days are getting shorter, how can that be? Shots of Donald Trump keep you company. Missy's from the mission and Missy's okay. Just don't mention Jesus or she'll keep you all day. Jesus would have liked her looking like an angel she praised. Don't hear much from Jesus these days. And here comes Jason with his red rose tea. Here comes Ezra, he'll be looking for me. Down by the dumpster, down by the blowing debris. Gathered round the concrete tree.
The Concrete Tree from the album Gravity. Yes, also from the Victory Music 20th Anniversary album, where it first appeared. Written in 1989. Yes, you can tell it's an old song because it's written about the Alaskan Way Viaduct. About the part of the Alaskan Way Viaduct outside the old OK Hotel, where we used to play music back in the day. Some of you will remember the OK Hotel. Yes, indeed, friends and neighbors. Hey there, kids! Let's gather around the old ICU2 TV set. Is that Johnny? Hey, Johnny, look in the dryer. There's some lint balls in there. We've got birthdays to talk about. We've got birthdays to talk about. Yes, indeed, friends. Birthdays. I keep stepping on that. Yeah, it's not comfy. It's not comfy. Who knew that stepping on a wire in bare feet could be uncomfy? Well, when you're a geezer, very few things are comfy anymore. What are you going to do? Birthdays. Today, this very day, right here, right now, the celebration is ongoing for the following people's birthdays. Larry Klein. Larry Klein, a member of the Phobes, the fabulous Phobes, who played with me on that Gravity album that we were just talking about. Yes, indeed, Larry Klein. Happy birthday, sir. Scott Katz, another local singer-songwriter of some renown. Scott's having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Scott. Old Victory Music buddy Sam Maynard. Also used to hang out at places like, he used to hang out at the OK Hotel, I bet. Last Exit on Brooklyn, places like that. Sam Maynard, happy birthday to you, sir. And James Lindsay also is having his birthday today. James used to run the Victory Music open mic down there at the Q Cafe and probably several other places. But when I got back to Seattle in 2009 and started going out and hitting the open mics again, the Q Cafe was one of the places that I used to go. James was always there holding down the fort. Thank you, sir. Tomorrow, Joyce Campbell, Libby Creek veteran of many of the Libby Creek Summer Jam, bass player for Primitive Touch and for Medicine Show. Oh, yeah, Joyce Campbell. Hope you're still playing down there. Bernie, too. Bernie and Joyce. They live down in California now, if I'm not mistaken. Joyce Campbell having a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Joyce. Also tomorrow, Alexandra Porter, my former doctor, who's now down in Arizona. Alexandra, happy birthday tomorrow. On Thursday, we have Kim Davenport. Kim Davenport, who I just recently got to be friends with through her book, Sounds of the City, 21 Musical Tales from Tacoma History. And I'm not even angry that I'm not in it. I'm not angry. Not a bit. And maybe in the revised edition. I've got some other suggestions too. Kim Davenport, happy birthday tomorrow. Actually, she's on Thursday. Sorry, Thursday, Kim Davenport. Shauna Holman, who I have known through music. I believe Shauna was responsible for my first ever website. Way back. We're talking the 80s here, I believe. Shauna, happy birthday. Also, John Merrill is having a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday to John Merrill. On Friday, Miss Sandra Swayze is having her birthday on Friday. Sandy, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Also, Cam and Pete, Cameron Morris from the C&P Coffee Company, the C of the C&P Coffee Company, is having her birthday on Friday. Happy birthday, Cam. And also, a veteran of many Victory Music open mics and U District, where else? Well, where else did we play? The Century. He played a lot more places than I did. The University Bistro. Mr. John Strongbow is having a birthday on Friday. Happy birthday, John. Yes, He's still holding down his spot down there at the market. Go down and see John. I think he just put a new book out, in fact. Saturday, Mr. Rick Lewis, who is in the house right now. Yes, indeed. Hopefully fully recovered or shortly to be in time to party on Saturday for his birthday. Happy birthday on Saturday, Rick. Ah, yes. Also, Matt Price, another local singer-songwriter of some renown, is having a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Matt. Joyce Glasgow, who's in the building. I think she's out back having a smoke or something. Where'd Joyce go? Oh, she's still here. Joyce, happy birthday on Saturday, Joyce Glasgow. And Dee Kroger, who I knew in grade school as Doris Hamburg. She's gone through some changes and stuff like that. Dee Kroger is having her birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Dee. On Sunday, one of the famed Fellowship of the Rocks boys recently moved down to the opposite corner of the country. Yes, down there in Florida. Tim Vernon is having his birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Mr. V. Yes, indeed. Also, Tammy Herridge of the Antique Sandwich Company, the fabulous Antique Sandwich Company in Tacoma, is celebrating her birthday on Sunday, as is Mr. Vivian McPeak. Yes, the carrier of the Hemp Fest torch for nigh on how many years? I've lost count. Vivian McPeak is having his birthday on Sunday, Mr. Hempfest. And another Methow friend, Teresa Casagram, who's now living over in the Hawaiian Islands somewhere. Yes, in an undisclosed location. A secret hideaway. Secret tropical hideaway. Happy birthday to Teresa. Then, that's on Sunday. On Monday, another member of Medicine Show, Nick Gadbois, is having his birthday on Monday. He was the lead singer, songwriter, guitar player for Medicine Show, along with Joyce Glasgow on bass, Bernie Bigelow on rhythm guitar, Ray Bobertson on kit drums. Yes, indeed, that was a band. That was a band, people. Whew. Everybody remembers Medicine Show. Also, from the Met House, Sarah Ashford is having her birthday on Monday as well. And we'll be back here on Tuesday. So, happy birthday to everybody. Pretty good week for birthdays. Pretty illustrious group. Wow. And there's probably some I didn't know about. Some that they're probably being said, oh, hey, my birthday's, I got a friend who's got a birthday. You got to tell me in advance, people. Get him on the list. You know, I still print stuff out sometimes. Only on Tuesdays. Got one more in me. Thank you for hanging out. Hope it wasn't too weird.
Fetch me a bucket of mud, Maggie, fetch me a bucket of mud. We're gonna build a mud house 4 feet tall so we can walk around without feeling small. It'll have a mud front porch, a mud patio, even mud toilet seats in case you gotta go. It'll also have hot and cold running mud, so fetch me a bucket of mud. Fetch me a bucket of mud, Maggie, fetch me a bucket of mud. We're gonna build a mud variety store with different mud departments on every floor, with mud elevators, mud escalators, a muddy cafeteria with mud-caked waiters, serving muddy coffee from muddy percolators. Fetch me a bucket of mud. Fetch me a bucket of mud, Maggie, fetch me a bucket of mud. We're gonna build a mud-powered automobile with mud-filled crash dummy sitting at the wheel. We'll take it out and test it on muddy mountain roads with mud-covered landmines waiting to explode. With a sexy advertisement, we can turn mud into gold. Fetch me a bucket of mud. Fetch me a bucket of mud, Maggie, fetch me a bucket of mud. We're gonna manufacture a mud politician with mud puppy eyes and a muddy sense of mission. He'll muddy up the House floor, muddy up the Senate, muddy up the meaning of the mud committee minutes. He'll set new foreign imported mud limits. Fetch me a bucket of mud.
We lived! Look at that! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We lived.
How is this possible? Apparently the drugs are working, you know what I'm saying? The drugs, they work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I won't hang around too long because if I start talking, then I just get weirder and weirder. I start to say the cheese starts to slide ever so delicately toward the edge of the cracker, and then it starts to kind of fold over the edge and just kind of slide. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. It's a gradual process. It's kind of like a clock moving, you know? You don't really notice it until all of a sudden, yeah. Then you got to, call emergency people and call your friends and say, did you see that? Was that just me or were you that? Oh, so are Deb and Rich's friends still here? I just wanted to say, now you know what I was talking about back there at the beginning. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for holding me up. I can't believe I squeezed an hour out on a Tuesday night. I'm feeling better than I've any right to feel. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. That's all I got. I just say thank you. Thank you, because this is the fun hour for me too. So a week from tonight is October the 5th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I will have been to the orthopedic doctor that day. So I'm going to have a full report. If there's x-rays, I'll show you those. I'm going to get a little light board here. I can show you the x-rays. I can read you the report. It's going to be great. Another fine evening of entertainment to look forward to next week. Okay? All right. Bone up on your medicine, because you'll need to know some of the technical jargon that I'll be throwing out there, because, I'm getting pretty used to it myself. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Let's take care of each other in the meantime, and we'll be back here at same bad time, same bad channel 1 week from tonight, 167 hours from now. Thank you.